Hello everyone and welcome back to our hashtag We Are Here For You with You Management. So following on with my topic and my theme being self-tapes, today we are going to be talking about your backgrounds within your self-tapes, which are so important. And I know I say that about absolutely everything to do with self-tape because it's all important, but this is super important. So your background within a self-tape needs to be plain and clear and crisp. Everything is subjective in the industry, but I feel like maybe this is the one thing that is not subjective. So for example, if you are watching me right now, hopefully listening to everything that I'm saying. So you're watching me and then your eyes wander slightly and you wonder about the lamp behind me or my light or the picture frame. And now I've pointed them out, it's all you can see. You can't see anything else other than this lamp and you're really questioning, what is that photo? And you've just zoned out from what I was saying for the last couple of seconds. And what we don't want is for that to happen in your tape for your audition for a new show or for a potential new agent. You want to be the center of attention, the main focus, the whole attraction to that tape. You want that casting director or that agent to be engaged with your eyes. And if they're focusing on your lamp and that photo behind you, it's not going to happen. So the best way to get around this, if you don't have a clear wall, for example, I do not, no room in my living room is clear. So if you don't have a clear wall, then I highly recommend that you go to the Range or B&M or any other sort of discount or cheaper shop and get yourself a blackout blind. So it's become like a little self-tape hack that I'm kind of promoting now. So some of my clients have blackout blinds. So one of my clients took himself off to the Range and he got a grey blackout blind. I think it was somewhere between £10 and £15. I know it's money, but obviously it's an investment because hopefully that self-tape in turn turns into a job. You make back that money, you get the job. So it's total investment in your career. So he got the blind. It's a grey colour, like a light grey, not too slate grey, which a darker grey is absolutely fine. I tend to stay away from cream or white because with harsher lighting, maybe you've got an LED light or you've got softbox lights, it might wash you out a bit. And I know if I was to stand by a white wall, I would look quite washed out. And obviously that's not what you want. You don't want to look like sort of floating eyes and mouth. You want to see definition within your face and your eyes. So grey, I think, is a good universal colour that will sort of complement every skin tone. So he got the blind and he's taken it off the hinges and off the hooks and just attaches it to the wall. It may be that you have to stick it to the wall, but check with your landlords and parents first. Or he takes down a photo and he hooks the blind to the photo hook. And it is perfect. You could have, wallpaper behind there that's got flowers all over it or patterns, and you can't tell because obviously the blackout blinds are a thicker material. It doesn't trap any light, it doesn't reflect any light, so it's perfect. So it stops you from having sort of any questions, what's going on in the background. It's just nice and clear, and you are the center and focus of the attention. You can get more expensive official professional backdrops, think like the ones that photographers use. So you can get ones that have got a bit more sort of texture to them. They almost look like maybe they're grey or they're blue, but they've been sponged, like back in the day when you used to do that at school. So it gives it a bit more of a cloud or a 3D vibe. Now, those are fine and they look lovely. And once again, they're built for camera work. They're built for photographers. So they're complementary to the majority of skin tones. And they work well with cameras, on camera or flashes or bright lights. That's what they're made for. However, they're a lot more expensive. Some of the ones that I've seen online, they go over the £100 mark, and if you got it, fine. But I definitely don't think it's a necessity. I think you are absolutely fine getting something, a lot cheaper, like a blind, and putting that up rather than spending hundreds of pounds. I don't think it's a requirement at all. But if you prefer those where it has got a bit more texture to it, a little bit more 3D effect, then great. The other option, and sort of, like one of the last options that you have, if you're not just using a plain wall, which obviously you can do, but try and avoid any sort of plug sockets or radiators or anything like that. The other option you have is to use a sheet of some sort, like a bed sheet. For example, my bed sheets are blue, like a light blue, so you could use that. However, my small grievance and tiny problem with using sheets is the creases. I feel the blackout blinds work better, or the designated kind of backdrop ones work better because, they're stretched, they're pulled, there's sort of nothing else to it. I've seen tapes before for, people sort of seeking representation or people looking for work, and you can see where they've folded the sheet. There's all the creases in the background, and I've just found myself sort of being engaged in what they're doing because I'm sure the acting was perfect, and then I sort of start looking at this unironed sheet, and it is a distraction. And what we want, you sense the theme here, you don't want any distractions. So if you are going to use a sheet, then that's fine, but yeah, make sure it's pulled tight and it's stretched, and that it's not going to pocket any light, so create any shadows, and it's not too creased so that you're concerned about your ironing abilities. So my strong advice would be pop down to the range or somewhere similar and grab a blackout blind that you can put up the back. So amazing. Thank you so much for joining in. That was another sort of series in my saga of self-tapes. Make sure you tune in tomorrow because we've got some fabulous stuff going on for the rest of the week at 4 o'clock. We look forward to seeing you again. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Bye.